Now let's go over how easy it can be to automate your quote creation process. This specific example starts with a form where we're going to collect data that we're going to need for their quote. That information could be the zip code where we're going to be shipping, for example, the total weight, dimensions of the box, the destination, etc. Now, previously, to be able to calculate their quote for shipping, we would need to use very complicated spreadsheets. We would need to look at the different zones, the airports, depending on how much it weighs, calculate that weight. So with Zenphi, we're going to simplify that process a lot. What we're going to do is refer to our rate sheet, so we'll be able to access it via Google Drive, which is the one I just showed, and then we're going to use Gemini to be able to actually calculate the quote. So in the prompt, what we're going to indicate is it's going to need to get the zip code that was provided in the form, and then what it's going to do is go to the appropriate tab based on the minimum charge and the weight that was calculated. Now here I have indicated the appropriate formulas that would normally be used when doing this manually, and then any conversions that are needed, as well as how to be able to output the email that we're looking for. What this is going to ensure is that the email that the client will be receiving will always follow the same format, and it's going to stick to the formulas and calculations I'm providing. Here I'm giving it the information from the form, and then once AI finishes creating the email that we'll be using to respond to the client, we're going to go ahead and create their quote in PDF format. Now this action makes it super simple. All you have to do is use a Google Doc template, and we're going to use the information from the form as well as this date, for example, which is the current date, and the current calculation to be able to generate that PDF. This will ensure that we have the same exact format for each one of our customers, as well as making sure that we keep the same naming convention, and we're saving all of these PDFs in the exact same spot. And then as a last step, we'll go ahead and send the quote. We can send it through email, we can send it through Google Chat, whatever you prefer, making sure to add the PDF as an attachment, and then we're going to be using the email generated by AI with their current quote email.